Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you guys doing today? Oh god, it's been one hell of a week I've not been feeling too well, but yeah, I'm better and I'm here today. Okay, my energy is so low. Like my energy is so low. I've been trying, like, I don't know for how many hours to shoot this video. Like my energy is so low, so my apology if maybe somehow you might not be feeling me today, but my energy is so low. So if you are just coming to my channel for the first time, thank you for coming here. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, you guys know how I feel about you guys. You guys know I love you. I love you so much. So today's video, I remember when I gave birth to Kiara, I got a lot of questions when I posted our pictures online, and a lot of people were like, oh Didi, oh I love the photographer that they snapped Kiara's pictures and everything. So I just said, all right, why? And I helped a lot of my friends to pick photographers that were going to snap their kid. Okay, so this video I want to try to drop some few tips on how to pick the right newborn photographers. Firstly, note, not all photographers are newborn photographers. That is something you should know. Like, I have a lot of friends that are photographers, but not all of them can snap newborn. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you have to like consider when picking a newborn photographer. Okay, so me for one, I love pictures. Like, I love snapping pictures. I love taking pictures. I got that from my mom. Yeah, so when I was pregnant with Kiara, I knew for one that I wanted to get her in that precious moment. I wanted to see how vulnerable she was, like with her eyes closed, like, just how precious they can be, So I wanted to do that. Hey, something almost changed my mind. It was expensive to snap pikin, not be beans. It's very expensive. So no, you have to put money aside for newborn. When I did my research, like, it's like they have a community. Like, their prices were on the same range. Some are 5k less, 5k higher, 10k less. Like, they are on the same range. You understand what I'm saying? So these are the few tips I'm going to drop that could help you pick the right newborn photographer. So one of the key factors I considered was safety. All right, safety in what aspect? Safety of your newborn, because I remember when I wanted to snap Kiara, Posh told me, oh, if you want to get them in that precious moment, you have to snap within 0 to 14 days of giving birth. I was like, wow, I didn't even know that. Do you understand? So a good newborn photographer is meant to know, you get, certain things that they will enlighten you with. You get, because you might not know. Do you understand? So a good newborn photographer is supposed to enlighten you. I didn't even know anything that they call colic, right? It was when she mentioned it, I was like, okay, your baby could get colic. I was like, then that was when I even went to do research on it. So she's like, when they get colic, that period, it might be hard to get them to be like so tender, to get them to be calm, to sleep, Yeah, it's not as if maybe from that 0 to 14 days, it's not, they will be so like sleepy and all that, no. But it's easier from 0 to 14 days. So for Kiara, we did hers at the 9th day of giving birth. Even me sef, it's not as if I was strong. So that's to tell you, you get, your photographer has to be safe. You should be able to trust that person with your child, not someone that is clumsy, that's going to fall your kid, and all those kind of stuff. Safety is very, very important. Does the person have an assistant? Are you going to go with someone to assist the photographer? All those things you need to consider. You get. Another thing to consider is how experienced and educated is your photographer. When I'm talking about experience, I know there are some people that might be upcoming and stuff, but when you have a conversation with your photographer, you should be able to tell to an extent, you get, how much experience this person has or have with this job, right? It's just like interviewing someone. You should be able to tell somehow your instinct. For Posh, for one, so disclaimer, this video is not a promotional video for Posh. I just love her. I love her work. Do you understand? I love her work so much. You get. So that's why I'm referencing to her a lot, and since she was the one that I chose for Kiara's newborn shoot, so I'm referencing to her. She didn't pay me to do this video. I'm doing this from my heart. Okay, so we had a conversation prior to me making payments. She told me a lot of stuff. We talked. You get, I was able to ask her a lot of questions. Like, when I mean an in-depth conversation, we had like very deep conversation. Do you get? So somehow I was able to trust her, even when I was like, oh, I was still going to do my own research, like look for other people. Somehow, talking to her, I was able to trust her. Like, there was this peace that came, because there were a lot of things that she told me, there were a lot of things that I learned while we were having the conversation. You get. So how experienced and how educated your photographer is very important when you are picking a newborn photographer. Another thing to consider is style. You guys, you should know the type of shoot you want. Are you the minimalist kind of person? Are you the person that loves perps? Do you understand? The style, there are different style of photography. You get. Apart from costumes, or the type of pictures, the texture of the picture. Me, for one, I was very concerned about the quality of the picture that I was going to get. You get. So I'd gone to Posh her Instagram page, people that she had snapped a lot of pictures of her. I was like, this is my photographer. This person has to capture this moment for me. Like, see, this particular shoot was very, very important. I swear to God. It was really, really, really important for me. I needed to have it. I swear, I needed it. Like, going back, looking at videos and pictures, like, each time anybody look at the pictures, they're always like, wow, is this your daughter? And I'm proud. Trust me, there's this feeling that comes. Do you understand? So the texture and quality of the picture, you should be able to look. You get, like, that sometimes I see some picture of newborns online and I'm like, the baby looks so hard. The way you would snap, I will snap a picture, for instance. I'll tell the photographer, snatch my nose, contour make my face thin. Like, I will see some pictures from newborn babies, and I'm like, why is the kid looking so hard and angry? No, that's not how your baby is supposed to look. Your baby is supposed to look like an angel, precious, calm, like, very, like, there's this thing that I will use the word, will I say holy? Like, that's how your baby is supposed to feel. Do you understand? So your photographer somehow is should be able to give you that quality of picture, that style, you get. So talking about style of a newborn, there's the wrapping, if you want to wrap, if you want to dress the kid, you understand, go for textures of clothes that are comfortable on their skin, so it doesn't irritate them, like start making them to cry, you get. So my sister made the skirt we used. So before then we had to like we were very concerned about the what they call it, the texture of the tule, the tutu fabric. So we wanted it to be as soft as it can be, so it's very soothing on the skin, like very calm. Yeah, so we considered all those things. So even the wrap she used, it's not as in like itchy on the skin, you get. Some people who use wrap is very thick. No, like it should be something that is very calm. The baby, it feels like, oh, I'm inside the womb, I'm still inside my mother's stomach and stuff. Do you get? Okay, so you plan your props, accessories, you get. I already talked about timing when we're talking about safety. So timing, you should be able to know time when you want to get that precious moment. Some people love to snap 1 month later, 3 months later, but if you want to get that precious moment like the way I did for Kiara, you should be able to shoot from 0 to 14 days. God willing, everything goes well after birth, you get. You might be very tired and everything, because trust me, I wanted to sleep, I was tired, but I just had to make that sacrifice and I did it for my daughter, you get, because I want her to be able to look back and say, yeah, my mom was really intentional. Very, very intentional. Then preparation. How do you get your baby prepared for the shoot? So it's not like you just carry your baby from home, you get. So Posh she sent me a preparation list, things that I needed to do before getting to location, so that the baby is calm, the baby is warm, and you know, all those kind of things. Preparation. And when you are talking preparation too, comes with when picking the newborn photographer, if you know you are not going to do it in your house, you have to go to the location. Me, for one, I went to the location because that was more convenient for me, especially with payment, because coming to your house might be really, really expensive, but going to the location. So I picked somewhere that was not far from me, you get. Maybe it was just like I think like 20 minutes drive from my house to the photographer's house. I was so lucky that Posh was staying really close by, right? So what we had to do that morning, after we gave her her bath, I fed her, wore her clothes that are very warm on her skin. Do you understand? Like, I made sure she was really, like, she slept well, you get. Her pampers was changed, like she was not feeling wet or anything, you get. So we got to the location. When we got to the location, I fed her again, making sure that she was well fed, you get. She's not feeling like, oh, she wants to cry and all that. Although I think she cried a little, but just due to the fact that, yes, they were disturbing her sleep. She loved her sleep a lot. Yeah, she cried just a little bit. And at the time we wanted her to wake up, she wanted to sleep. She was sleeping. I wanted her like to get like, okay, her eyes are open a little bit, you know. It was an interesting shoot. Yeah, so consider feeding them, making them warm. Even you yourself as the mom, you have to be like prepared to. You have to be calm and everything before getting to the location. Yeah, so because if you are not calm, your baby is not calm. A calm mother is a happy baby, right? Yeah. Then budget. So in as much as you might want the best for your kid, in as much as you might want the best, to use the best newborn photographer, you have to consider your budget. Sew your coat according to your size. There are some people that were more expensive than Porsche. Yeah, but I went for Porsche because one, she was close to me. Two, my spirit resonated with her. You get, so and she was very professional, like very professional. You get, and from talking to her, I knew she had a lot of experience. I was not even going to hassle anything. I was just going to sit down and watch. From the video, you could see that she was doing everything. I was not worried about angles or how the baby was looking or this. Like, she did everything. She picking props, like she did everything. Like, she's that good. You get, so you don't even have to worry yourself about anything. So you have to consider budget. If it's something that you have to start saving for, if you want, you can start putting money aside so that you can afford it, or you can still get someone on a budget and try to explain to them how you want your picture to come out, how the result of the picture should be. You get, for one, my elder sister gave birth, right? And I think the person she used was not a newborn photographer because it was very difficult for her to get one from her location. So she got the props herself and everything. But I told her, okay, just explain to the photographer. Make sure the photographer knows what your visions are. Like, tell the photographer how you want the pictures to look. So then you would have to be like a co-photographer with that person, like making sure you are getting the angles of the pictures, making sure your baby is comfortable, you get, why you are taking those pictures, making sure the environment is as serene and neat as possible. Very important. You don't want to do a shoot then go back home, because at that time baby is tender. You're not even supposed to even be going out mixing your baby, you get, because of germs and all that. You don't want to get your baby infected with anything, you get. So all those things you would have to consider if you are going on a budget with your photographer. Okay, so you try to tell them you don't want the pictures to look so hard. Yeah, so I think basically that is just a summary of the things you need to look out for when you are choosing a newborn photographer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this video, and please, if you are still watching this video up to this point, I'm begging you to please click on the subscription button, turn on your post notifications so you know when next I post my videos. Like these videos, share it to your friends, also give a positive comment. Oh yes. And always know that I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.